Meztal, thank you very much for joining me, brother. First of all, I mean, it's a pleasure to have you on. How you doing, man? Thank you for joining me.
I'm good. Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Let's go back to the start, right? How did esports as a whole? Where did this all start for you? How did you get involved into esports, and how, of course, did that then lead into kind of a career of Counter Strike? Where did it all begin?
So I think like the first time I started playing PCs was like when I was like 5 or 6 years old when I
Mhm.
broke my arm like for the first time and I couldn't go outside.
Sure.
And then I think like I got introduced to 1.6 like at the age of 8 I think by a
Mm.
friend. Just played like 1.6 for fun. Like I moved to CS:GO pretty late I think
Okay.
like 2014. Because I was like, no, this game will be shit. It will be trash.
So
No one's
everyone
gonna make
thought,
the change. Yeah, no one's
yeah.
gonna make the change. And like, I think like the first time I started like playing competitively was like 2016, playing
Mhm.
like ESA Open with few friends. And
Okay.
yeah, that's it.
And then when for you did you start to kind of really think that I can kind of make this a career? Like I can actually go kind of professional in this. I can really start, trying to make it. When did you really start to believe that it was a possibility?
Not sure, but I was playing a lot like a few years ago. I was actually, I think I was grinding like more than now. Like I
Yeah.
was like one of the kids that were playing like premium all day and stuff. Like I was playing a lot, and I don't know. I think like I had like a team with the guys I was playing premium with and stuff. Like it was me, Spinks, and some other guys that don't play CS anymore.
Nice.
And like I was approached like from the top Israelis in the scene. Like back then, it was still like nerds and the other guys. Like
For
it
sure.
was the team that was like fighting like nerds for the spot always. It was Asylum, Zenser, like these
Okay.
guys, Anarchies, and like yeah, if like I turned them down because I wanted to keep playing with my friends, like and but
Yeah.
like like I don't know when they approach you, like you start to think like yeah, I guess like I have something that
Mhm.
like people notice, like and they think like I can be good, I guess. Um, and the first time like I thought like I could actually make a career out of it is when I actually got to play with them.
Yeah.
Like I joined them for Team Finest.
Mhm.
I guess you know the name. Like
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
yeah. So before like Finest went like international, I played in the international roster also. But like we were full Israelis, like with nerds and stuff,
Mhm.
with Blue Phoenix and yeah, like
Okay.
only when we made the change to like being international, I started making money, and then like I actually believed like oh, like I can actually grind now, like
Yeah.
and make money and make a living out of it, and like you like start playing more leagues and like you see advanced and stuff and
For
like
sure.
you have like more viewership and like you have like a goal to work towards, so like I thought like maybe I could make it and stuff,
Mhm.
but yeah.
Fair enough. And then for yourself, I mean, this is kind of you're already slightly talking about it, but I want to talk about the scene as a whole, right? It kind of seems at the moment the Israeli scene just keeps pumping out unbelievable talent. You kind of got yourself, Spinks, Nerds, Flames, Heavy God, Anarchist. I mean, there is just so many talent now coming out of that region. How come now we're starting to see so many people from kind of Israel really start to break it into kind of international Counter Strike? What do you kind of think is the reason they're all starting to kind of get noticed now?
I think like I mean it's finally happening, right? But I think like something that really made it happen now, it's like people started leaving the Israeli scene and to play more Europe teams. Like it just
Sure.
started from that, like with Flamesy being like in European mix and Spinks and I think it was Spinks and Flames together playing Tiki Taka and me being in finest. Like people started going like more European rosters and
Hmm.
experiencing more stuff, and then slowly being in FPLC and like they were grinding to FPL and stuff, and they were getting like more opportunities. Like when we played only as Israelis, so
Hmm.
we would be five Israelis changing rosters. Like that's how they always do it. Like they'll change rosters, play some tournaments, fail, fight, make the same roster again.
For sure.
So like yeah, I think like just going like international and having more experience and actually learning from more experienced players, I guess, and showing yourself.
And talking about the scene as well, kind of what do you think makes the scene so strong? I've spoken to kind of a few people from the region, and they talk kind of very highly about the level of talent that's there. What do you think makes the
Yeah,
talent in the scene so good?
yeah. I think first of all, like all of the Israelis know how to shoot. Like I mean, I think always like we had like really good individuals. The
Mm,
thing was missing it was experience and
sure.
like getting a place to show yourself, I guess, because I think like Israel is because like the scene was not like so good and like we didn't have so many opportunities, so like people really want to show themselves, people really work out. Like I think like the Israelis, if you ask anyone of the tier one scene about Nerds, Flames, Phoenix Search, and if like you'll ask about the communication, like I think they have like one of the best communications in tier one. I'm pretty sure
Okay,
about it.
sure.
And I've been like actually like a lot of people told me that my communication is really good, like for like that I have like one of the best communications there, like people
For
that
sure.
played with me on teams. So yeah, I think like we worked, like every player just worked on like on ourselves apart from the game, like really putting in work to like be something that people need in tier one, you know,
Yeah,
like being that good energy, being that hardworking players that will watch like
for sure.
demos and bring stuff for the team. Like some people have stopped doing that in like tier two, and like
Hmm.
they just play, you know, and like
Just
then you
focus on
have
aim
like
kind of thing.
I don't know, they just like come and play and pack, and then you have like people like Serge and work so hard, and like Flamesy, and like they're
Yeah.
watching demos and offering stuff for the team, and like Nerds helping the team a lot with calls and speaks. Like they're doing
Hmm.
things that a lot of players on tier one like have stopped doing or were never doing, you know.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And on the other side, then, what do you think sort of holds the scene back from being seen as like a superpower? Maybe the way kind of the Danish scene is, or the CIS scene. Kind of, what do you think holds back kind of your scene from being seen as one of those superpowers?
So I think we don't have enough players, that's for sure. Like I don't know, like we went like as I said, we went like different ways. Like everyone got his
For
team.
sure.
Like we have like Israeli players in like each team, and like we don't have anyone like we don't have a scene to have like competition between it, you know. So we can't
Yes. Yeah.
really grow it to be like we have like maybe 8 players, right? That's
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can't have like the Danish scene like 50 people fighting and like players tryharding, and like they're like Danish people also work really hard and stuff, and they're really good, and like they have tournaments in their scene that like
Hmm.
gives them really high like exposure, and like maybe tournaments. I'm not really sure, but like blast like spots
Hmm.
or something.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess like competition inside the scene like helps a lot. So they have like also this like they have also the exposure to international scenes. Like players went outside and experienced, and then came back
Mm.
to Danish teams. Maybe I don't know. Like I guess that helps.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. And if you could change one thing about the Israeli scene, kind of, what would it be for you to kind of help improve it?
Well, if I had to change, like I hope so there would be like more players. It's like I only know of like 3 players maybe that have like 4K or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I
Right.
think maybe there are more. I don't know. Like there are not so many players right now, like at all, like that I know of. And actually, like as the time went by, like the Israeli scene, like we are less people right now, but like we are more like connected. Like we
Okay.
have
That's
only
good.
one team speak that everyone's together and like
Mhm.
talking, and everyone knows each other, and we meet each other from time to time. So like if there were some players that would pop and like be like 4K Elo, and you like we could invite them to play, like, and I don't know, like
Okay.
have them like part of us, you know. But
Yeah. Yeah.
like they are unknown, like, and if we call like some, they'll say like, yeah, I can't play right now and stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah, it's real, but yeah. Also, like I'd really like in 2 years, I'd really like to have an Israeli super team, you know.
Yeah. Like all together in
That's
one place, kind of
yeah,
thing.
that's one thing I'd really like, but yeah.
Well,
It's kind
let's
of problematical, like without an opera. We have
yeah.
problems with operas.
Let's follow on from that then. If you were to build an Israeli super team, you have to be part of it, right? Who are the other four players going around you? Kind of what's their roles going to be? And you can pick
Yeah, like
anyone in the world.
if I if I have to be inside, like if I have to be one of them,
Hmm.
I'll take the like all the other Israelis in top one, like Serge and Spinks, Nerds and Flames.
Okay, nice. But who's
Yeah,
Orphan then?
yeah, we've talked about it, like all space soldiers, like we play without an opera, and like
Hmm.
when we play faces and stuff, Spinks is always taking open long inferno and stuff like that. Yeah.
Fair
You
enough. Fair
know,
enough.
they're
Well,
always saying like in 2 years when we like
mhm,
when we get like in few years when we get all washed up,
yeah,
like we would
pick up the
we
Orp.
would like scam the Asian RMRs, you know.
I love it. I love it. I mean, let's talk about the Asian RRs. Of course, we'll start with kind of yourself, right? You've been playing with Invictus International. How did that sort of opportunity come about? Right? To play with the likes of kind of Davcost and Facecrack and more. Where did that all come from?
Yeah, so actually, like after leaving Finest, I left them and like like after a bit of time, I was invited to FPLC and started
Mm.
playing. I didn't really like it. Like it's, I don't know. I can't really play well there for some reason. It's not
Okay.
for me. But yeah, so I was like teamless for a long time, like a really long time. I was like almost 2 years without a team,
Wow.
and I was like ready to actually like quit the game, and like I started like working just a normal job and like just like
Mm.
going to the gym. Like I was not playing CS at all.
Okay.
And then the Israeli guys wanted me to play the ISF, the nations like
Yeah.
thing. So we played the LAN. I actually played like really like pretty good without playing for like 2 months. And it like really made me wanna go back to CS. Like I didn't quit for a long time. It was only 2 months, and then
Mm.
like you play a LAN and you get all the emotions
Get it
back
all
and stuff.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, and you really wanna play. And maybe I don't need to quit. Like I can still be good. Like
Sure.
and just like a month after, I was actually offered the team.
Hmm.
It went something like Mori and Facecrack played Face It together like FPLC, and Facecrack approached him and asked him if he want to join a team and if he has like players, and then Mori offered me, and I don't know, somehow we started building the team.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically it. I think it started like from FPLC and Mori and Facecrack. I don't know, and like
Sick.
they just had an organization come to them and like ask if they can build anything for the RMR,
Hmm.
and yeah, we were approached.
And then talk to me about kind of Davcost and Facecrack. For you, what's it like playing with those guys? Because they must bring, a different style of play and obviously a kind of a different level of experience as well, especially Facecrack, right? I mean, he's been around for such a long time. I mean, what's it like kind of playing with those two?
Yeah, so at the beginning it was really exciting. Like at the beginning when we started playing together, I could really feel that I was learning a lot, and I think like I adapted pretty quickly to the level. I'd say like
Mm.
at the start, Facecrack was like our star. He was obviously the best player in the team. It was really easy to see, and I think after a few months, like I started playing really good and on his level also, and
Mm.
yeah, I could say I learned a lot from them. Yeah, it's really nice. You can see they have experience like outside of
Yeah.
just playing the game. Like they talk to us a lot about things like how past experience of how they lost like major sports and like
Sure.
important games and what made like what caused that and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay, and let's talk about kind of the most recent RMR. What was that like for you? In Mongolia. What was the? Talk me through the whole thing. How was it for you?
Oh, so to be honest, like we came pretty like we thought we were prepared enough, but we were not really prepared as we were for the first RMR
For
like in
sure.
October. We had like a bit of problem with our boot camp. We came there pretty late. Like we had like 9 days,
Mm.
and we had a lot of problems with practice before that. So
Sure.
we came to the situations that we are practicing maps like from the beginning kind of, and like
Okay.
we had like only 4 or 5 maps kind of ready.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then we go to Mongolia. Like we thought, yeah, it's fine. Like we have like pretty good maps that we think we can. Like we could make the veto happen that we will play those maps.
Sure.
And then we have like the game against Eruption, and we are like fine. That's probably like one of the like worst team in the RMR.
Hmm.
And we were sure that we were gonna play Inferno against them. Like I was not really watching the
Yeah.
veto. I was like focusing on myself, like just preparing like mentally and
Of course. Yeah.
DMing and just being like ready. And I don't know, the coach in IGL like decided it will probably be Inferno, and then like
Hmm.
it was Nuke. We didn't play Nuke for like 2 weeks. We
Right.
come like no one has any idea on like oh we forgot like how to play the map, and we played really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really sad like to just fall because we didn't play a map like for 2 weeks. I guess that if we would really play Inferno or Mirage or anything like that, it would be much better and we wouldn't lose to them.
Hmm.
Yeah, so like we were really sad, and then like the day after we actually prepared better against Tylo.
Yeah.
Even there we did like a small mistake in Veto, but
All right.
yeah, but it was the third map actually, Vertigo. We did not plan on playing it, and
Mm.
we did a mistake, but we lost 2-0 anyway.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah,
what was it like being in Mongolia? I mean, it's kind of a region which is not traditionally known as being like very big on Counter Strike, aside from kind of the couple of teams, but like the infrastructure and whatever. How was it playing in Mongolia? Like the servers? I know obviously there's the tech issues and stuff like that. What was that
yeah,
like from your
there
side?
were many tech issues. Actually, the veto problem was like because of one admin in Blast, but I'm not gonna call out anything.
Sure.
um, yeah, it was really exciting. Like it's really fun to have like that possible like this opportunity to
Mhm.
fly to places you'd never think you'd like go
Of
to. Like
course.
last year, it was like this year and the beginning of it. It was like Australia and like we've been like to connection in Singapore and like visited stuff there.
Mhm.
It's like insane to have this opportunity. And Mongolia was really nice. It was like minus 15 degrees.
So
It was
cold, yeah.
insane. It was insane. Yeah, not as cold as you think though. It was really cold, but not as cold as you think.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah, it was really exciting to be honest. Yeah, it was really a good experience. I really like playing LANs. Like when you get back home from LAN, like you just don't want to play CS at home. Like
Yeah,
it's
you
that
miss it.
you
Yeah,
play higher ping. Like here in Israel, we have like 70 ping, and my PC is like worse than
the
PCs
LAN
in LAN.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, the experience was insane. Like we played pretty good against Tylo, and we still lost
Mm.
unfortunately, but it was a really good experience.
Let's see. And this is your second RMR. You played another one last year in October with under GG How. Now, where did that sort of name come from? GG How. What was the kind of
It's
the inspiration?
actually yeah, it's an organization like GGL. Yeah, we played
Okay, a
under
lot of people
them.
questioned. They had no idea where it came from.
Yeah, it was an organization. Apparently, they had like teams in CS:GO before that. Actually,
Okay.
yeah, they were just not really known, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then we played Invictus. That's it.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
We were just moved like really randomly. Yeah, it was really funny actually.
Fair enough. And of course, you've now had time to prepare and kind of see the teams firsthand, the ones who've made it through the Asian RMR, that are the Mongols and Greyhound. What are your thoughts about those guys at the major that's about to happen? How well do you think they're going to do?
Yeah, I think they're gonna do pretty well. Like, can't really explain it, but these guys shoot like really good. Like, if you look at the Mongols, they have like really insane talent, and the Rare Atom guys also. Unfortunately, they're not in the major, but
Mm,
like they have like really good talent, and they're playing good. It seems like they're like working hard on stuff.
sure.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they'll be really good. I've seen like ground, like they seem like they're a team of friends. To be honest, like
Yeah.
if you see some other teams like in the world, it would just look like five players sometimes, you know. But if you look at grounds, it looks like they're actually like friends out of the game, and
Yeah.
like actually watched like they made like a comms video
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah.
about the RMR, yeah, and it looks like their communication is like really calm, and they're like doing. I think they'll do well.
Mm.
I think they won the first game, right?
Yeah, yeah. At the time of
They
recording,
made like a they made like a 13-2 comeback or something.
insane.
Yeah,
I think they were
I think
12
they'll
3
do
down
well.
at half time, and then they came all the way
Yeah,
back. So,
I believe Grant can like make it through the stage.
really?
Mongols,
Okay.
I'm not sure because like they started with G2 and they have really hard opponents. I think
Yeah.
so.
So you think Greyhound can make legends? You think they can get to the next stage?
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, why not?
Okay, fair. I respect it.
I
I
think
respect
they're
it.
good enough.
So, talking about yourself, what's the goal for you now? Obviously, you played two RMRs in a row. Obviously, the result itself wasn't good, but it's still, as a team, you're top 8 in Asia, which in itself is pretty insane. What's the goal for kind of yourselves and for the team now going forward?
Oh, I've actually left the team not too long ago.
Okay, but for
Yeah,
yourself
'cause
personally, what's the kind of the goal?
well, the goal is to make a major and like be like make myself like I don't know how to say it exactly, but you know like put myself in tier one instead, or like
Sure,
get it and like make myself a name like Spinks. And these guys, they're not gonna leave the tier one scene anytime soon.
for sure.
So I don't know. That's the goal, I guess. Like yeah, I
And
think I have the qualities to make it. Yeah.
so what are you going to be working on then for like kind of I guess the foreseeable future? And I know you mentioned you don't really like FPLC, so it's kind of what for yourself is like that way to kind of get into being kind of tier one.
I think I'm gonna force myself to play it, unfortunately. But yeah, it's really hard. Like having no team right now. Like I've stood in for endpoint for like 3 games. It was
Yeah,
actually really fun. Like experiencing like a team that has like a bit more better players and more experienced players. Like
sure.
just playing with them like a three best of threes. Like I could instantly feel that like they are one level above us. Even
Of
like
course, yeah.
their communication and everything. It makes you like want more. You know, like want something better.
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of rough like not being in a team right now
Mm-hmm.
because all I have to do is like just watch my demos, play Face It and DM. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like even if I play FPLC, there's like no specific route to make in FPL,
yeah.
and even if you get FPL, it consists of FPLC players right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like you don't have pros playing there. It's even if you play it, it's not much to learn or anything.
Yeah,
Like it's not like a team experience. You just go and shoot people.
fair enough.
So yeah, that be honest, it is pretty frustrating to be like being without a team. So except of just keep doing what I'm doing, like demos and DM and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
just playing in Israeli stacks and stuff like that. I guess
Okay.
that's what I'll keep doing for now.
Fair enough. Final question, just about kind of CS until we move on to kind of some of the others. What are your thoughts on Counter Strike 2? Have you had a chance to play it? Have you kind of had a go at it?
Oh, I actually got the game and didn't even like open it once.
Really?
Yeah, because it just looks so awful. Like, yeah, when they like posted everything about it
Okay.
with the grenades, and I just watched a few streams, and like I didn't really even wanna play it because I don't know, it doesn't really look appealing to me. I think like some
Okay.
changes might be for the better, but it looks pretty bad, like at least now. But I think every CS player in the world says it updates and
Yeah.
thinks it's good like 3 or 4 months after. So.
Sure. So what would you want to see change so that you like it? Kind of obviously because come summer we're all gonna have to start playing it. So kind of
Yeah, I
what do you
guess
want to
like
see?
some changes of the looks of the map and stuff were cool, like, but I didn't like how like skins have like I don't know, like I'm not sure if any of it's real. Like I saw
Yeah.
like flames like on your knives and stuff, like you have flames and like how the
Really?
nades with smoke sword and stuff. I'm not sure. Like the nades and smokes are really confusing.
It's gonna be
But
interesting.
yeah, it is gonna be interesting for sure. I'm not sure if I even if like if I like anything out of it except for the maps change.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. We'll move on to kind of talking about yourself more personally. I kind of just, going kind of outside of esports here, I guess, a little bit. What was life like, kind of growing up for you? I mean, obviously, you're only kind of young yourself, kind of early 20s, but what was life like growing up in Israel?
Yeah, life as a CS player is not that simple in Israel, to be honest. Like,
Mm.
if you compare it to some other countries in the world, like, first of all, Israel is really expensive.
Oh,
So,
is it? Okay.
yeah, it is like one of the most expensive countries. And if you wanna, like, when you get like to your 20s, you can't really live off your parents like anymore, you know. So you need
Sure.
like money for yourself, and like
Hmm.
it's really hard to just be in like either teamless or being in a team that doesn't get paid enough. Like
Sure.
if you see some countries in the world, like $1 or $2,000 would be like enough for them to live like really good.
Hmm.
In Israel, you need like around three or $2 to $3,000 like to live
Wow.
like
Okay.
fine. But yeah, so that's like one thing, and also like I guess like CS is like esports in general in Israel is not like really big.
Right.
So it's really hard for your parents to say like, oh yeah, like
Hmm.
yeah, play the game. Like you're 20, go play games. You know,
Hmm.
like even if they see you make some money, they think like, okay, it can last for 2 years, and then what? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah, it's really rough. Like there's a lot of pressure from like the surroundings and stuff, and
For sure.
also when you get 18, like when you turn 18, you have to go to the army. And
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and if you don't want to go to the army, you have to go through some stuff, and like it's really hard. It's like not something easy.
Hmm.
It's like really hard mentally, like the whole process and stuff. So yeah, being a player in Israel is not that easy.
Okay.
That's first of all. Like outside of the game and ping and stuff, like real life is not that easy.
Hmm.
And yeah, I've actually like after the first RMR, like I've started studying. Like actually, like
Okay. What have you been
yeah, I'm
doing?
going to uni. I'm like studying data science actually. So
Nice.
yeah, so like we had like a break for like a month after the RMR because we were not sure like what's going on with the org, are we continuing and
For
stuff.
sure.
And so like I've decided to start studying, and then like we decided to grind again with the team and stuff, and I told them about it, and like they allowed me to, like we fixed it that we could make a schedule that would be like
It would
that would
work for
fit both of
both.
us. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's hard like combining both, but like the moment I'll get a good enough team, I'm gonna just drop it.
Of
Like and
course.
it's not the thing I wanna do in life, so
Fair enough. I mean,
it's just like a side
just for
thing.
the side, yeah. I mean, speaking of, outside of esports, do you have any kind of hobbies or like interests? People like sports or like or films or whatever? Anything like? Do you have anything like
For
that?
me, it's the gym. Yeah, for me, it's the gym.
The
Yeah,
gym. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
fair
I
enough.
really like the gym. Yeah.
Keeps you healthy, right? So it's always good.
Yeah, of course it's good. You wanna look bigger, you wanna look,
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
you wanna get bigger and shredded and everything. Yeah, like yeah, it's fun. It's really good for your mental health and it's really good for CS.
Hmm.
Like for me personally, I feel like if I'm just sitting at home like the whole day, I'll probably play bad. And if like I went to the gym or went like to uni before, like being on the computer or like did some
Mm.
activity, like instead of just waking up and coming to the PC, like I'd play better. Like
You feel more alive and the
yeah,
like.
yeah, you feel more alive. You don't come to the PC like dead like after you woke up, and
Yeah,
like you have
yeah.
more energy. Like you have already accomplished some things on the day. So like
Yeah, that makes exact sense. For you as well, if esports wasn't a thing, what do you think you'd be doing? Obviously, now you're saying you're studying data science. You think if esports for you wasn't a thing and full time CS:GO wasn't a thing, is that something you do as a kind of a job?
I guess so. That's the like the direction I'd go. I guess. Unfortunately, like for me, I really don't like anything in life except CS. It's actually like it's so dumb. Like I've tried like yeah, so many directions and
Mm.
stuff, and like data science is the only thing I kind of connect to. But I have no like passion to anything except CS. It's actually fucked up.
I think we all do, right? We're in this job in some way. This is what we kind of could commit ourselves to.
Yeah.
For yourself, you kind of slightly mentioned it, but was it a tough conversation to have, kind of with your parents and your family, saying, I want to go full time esports. I want to try and go full time pro. Was that ever like a tough conversation?
Guess like they've seen me like throughout all my years, like even in high school, like I had to like I would not like study for anything except tests. Like I was
Yeah.
like decent, like I was not bad at all. Like I have pretty good grades and stuff in
Mm.
high school, but like I was not doing anything except playing CS and then just learning studying for like tests and stuff. So they seem that I put everything for CS and like they've seen me like. I don't know. They just saw that I put my all. They fought a lot with
Yeah.
me and like we had a lot of conversations, but it was not like really a specific conversation about oh I wanna go pro. Like they know that's my goal. They know like that's
For sure.
like what I wanna do in life. They know that I have friends like Spinks and Xertion and they've met them already and they know like that's their job. They know like they
Hmm.
do good money out of it and they travel the world and like they know I wanna do the same thing.
For
So
sure.
I guess like there is still some pressure like to put more effort in like in uni and stuff, but I mean doesn't matter. Like
Exactly.
if I get the chance to like chase my dream, I'm gonna do it. Like
Fair enough. I respect it. We'll kind of move on to a few questions from Twitter and Reddit. First one coming from Shushan, and he asks, "How was your experience back with Team Finest in 2021?"
yeah. He wants me to actually focus on one thing, like
I thought
yeah,
so.
it's kind of embarrassing to be honest, but I'll share it. At the time, like with the coach,
Mm,
that he made us run inside the game, okay,
right.
on a soccer field, like football field map, like you literally
Yeah.
have like a football field,
Okay.
and for every mistakes you made on the day, like let's say we watched the demos again, like or
Yeah.
we wrote like your mistakes throughout the day.
Yeah.
It's so impressive. Like so let's say you did like four mistakes today,
Yeah.
so like four crucial mistakes, like it's not like something small, it's like you
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
some big mistakes, like you made it like 3 times, so for every mistake you'd make 5 laps around the map, you just run around the map, not doing anything, you just run inside the game, bro. And they've like I've fought with him so many times, like maybe just make us watch demos, maybe make us put more effort
Yeah.
into the game,
Literally.
like maybe do something like efficient. No, you're gonna run laps and like bro, and we would like literally run fucking laps inside the fucking
In
soccer
CS:GO.
field in CS:GO, and like then like some people like when Shushan left the team and Ners, I think like
Yeah.
they shared it like with some other pro players and it was so fucking embarrassing, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the first time I've heard that.
yeah, I think yeah, I have no idea where this idea came from to be honest, because it makes no fucking sense. But yeah, we've actually done that, bro. What can you do? Like you're a young player and your coach tells you to do that shit and you
Just
fight
gotta
with
do
him and
it.
he tells you no, do it. I'm like okay.
Okay, that's a first. Fair enough. I've never
Yeah,
heard that.
that's for
I'm
sure.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming it didn't
that's
really work either.
yeah, it didn't. Yeah, but yeah, finest was it was a good experience like
Mm.
playing with Israelis, then becoming like an international roster,
Mm-hmm.
playing like also with Tori who played the major and Fates,
Yeah.
like they had like a lot of experience and you just learn from here and there and all that stuff. I was actually anchoring for them back at the time, like, cause I
Mm.
just had like I have an opportunity to join a team with good players for like the level I'm in right now.
Sure.
So let me just do whatever they ask me to do. Like
Easy.
that's that's like that's what I'm thinking right now. Also, like if a teams in like tier 2, 3, like Endpoint or Sangal or whatever, like all these teams, like any international team,
Mm-hmm.
would call me, like I'll just fill the role that they ask
Yeah,
me to,
whatever they
and
need.
I'll just like learn it. I don't think it's really hard in game. Like there are some players that are more aggressive or more passive and stuff like that, but I think I can learn everything, and I've already played like most of the positions and roles.
Mm-hmm.
Just it's been a lot of time, so yeah.
Yeah, that's a good mentality as well, right? You're happy kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
just to go wherever anyone asks. That's always good. Um,
Yeah, that's something that a lot of Israelis, by the way, have. Like some have become like now, like Spinks, for example, they became like a really big baiter. For example, in Ents, yeah, it was not like always his play style. Like he would not always like do this thing. You know, he was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like he just learned how to do it.
Okay, fair enough. Someone else asked, how many languages do you speak?
Oh, so the languages that I speak are just English and Hebrew. I know a bit of Georgian, like from my home, like I'm
Okay.
Georgian. So I really just understand a bit of it. And actually, I know how to read and write in Russian, but I have no idea what
Okay.
I'm reading or writing. Like I can just write the words. I
Oh,
understand a
you know
bit
the
of words.
alphabet a bit.
Yeah, I know the
Yeah.
alphabet. I know how to read it and everything, but I have no idea what I'm reading. So yeah,
Fair enough. Fair enough. Someone
yeah,
else asked, what's your warm up routine? What do you? Because everyone has slightly different ones. Zaiwu says he doesn't like to warm up. He just likes to play Pog straight
yeah.
away. Some people do aim bots. What is it for you?
So actually, I don't know. I've changed it a lot. Like I've started doing like a specific one actually, like
Mm.
recently only on the bootcamp, and
Mm.
I've kept doing it since, like when we prepared for the RMR. So there's like a training map. I am not sure which players were doing it in the past, like,
Mm.
but I think it was something that pro players used to do a long time ago.
Sure.
It's something like aim lab, but in CS:GO, it's like an orange map. You just have like dots, and you just like shoot the dots and
Okay.
flicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I have a goal like to pass a certain number, and I warm up like that. And then there's a map that Scream used to play.
Okay.
You stand like in the center, and there are bots like
And then
running.
run at you.
Yeah, and they
Another
jump and
one.
stuff, and
Yeah.
they like flick and stuff. And then I just do a bit of them, and like I watch profs before I do that. Like I'll watch like 1 or 2 profs on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And like a really important one actually.
Go on.
Before we played the Tylo game,
Hmm.
before I had like this 40 bomb and that insane clutch,
Yeah.
I went outside like to the hotel lobby. I took my phone and started watching Naruto.
There we
I,
go. Fair
I
enough.
swear, bro, that anime makes you insane. And yes.
Hey, Konki actually asked, "What's your favorite anime?" That was the
Oh,
next
so
question.
yeah, that's actually funny. Like I've started watching like 1 year ago maybe, and like every anime I've watched, I decided, oh, that's the best one I've watched. It like it was Jujutsu Kaisen, then Demon Slayer, then that, and now I've watched like Naruto, and I'm saying that's the best one. But
Now it's a
maybe for
classic.
maybe if I watch another one like next, I'll say that's the best one. I'm not
Have you
sure.
seen Attack on
Yeah.
Titan?
Yeah, that's a really
It's a
good
good
one. But
one. It's a good one.
yeah, it is. But for me right
Some
now, like
Haikyuu. That should be the next
yeah,
one. Volleyball, very good.
Xerxen watches it. Like he watched it, and he's watching Blue Lock right now
Blue
also.
Lock, the
And I
football
don't know.
one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really like the sports anime. I didn't give it a try, to be honest. I just don't like the
Try a Haikyuu
concept.
and
But I
you'll
might try
see.
it. I
You'll
might try
see.
it after
You
Naruto. I have like 300 and more episodes on Naruto.
Yeah, it's long. I've done that
Yeah,
Naruto journey. It's long. So,
it's worth it. It's definitely is worth.
Wesley asks, when are you coming to the UK?
Ooh, I see. I've actually been to London 4 years ago in January on New Year's Eve. It was an
Okay.
insane experience. It was really fun. I've met some people I know actually from Twitter. It's
Okay,
funny.
sick.
Yeah, I've went there with Spinks and Xerxen and
Mm.
one more friend of mine. It was a really good experience. I don't know if I'll go back to London anytime soon. Maybe Event point sign me.
Hey, there we go. Yeah,
Yeah,
come to Endpoint. They just opened their new HQ. So,
yeah, it looked insane. Yeah,
another question, and this one's a pretty good. It's a two-part as well. So, someone asked, are there any up and coming young players that you think people aren't really talking about just yet? And I guess we can make a two parts and talk about Israel and then just like kind of just generally the rest of the world. Any up and coming players that like you kind of think are going to be really good in the future.
Yeah, so in Israel, like we have Blue Phoenix that is some like we are about at the kind of the same level, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He's great in FPLC right now. Like he also has like a lot of passion to the game and wants to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he could make it also, and like I don't know. We have a few more players like in FPLC. We have Davey who was invited to FPLC a few months ago, and we have a player that probably no one ever heard of, like in Israel. Maybe his name is Amsalem. Like I guess the European scene didn't hear of him. He has
Okay.
like pretty good aim, but he's not experienced at all. He was
Sure.
also invited to FPLC, and he's doing like not really bad. He's doing pretty well.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Uh, yeah, and like players you've seen like Mori, I guess, and yeah, I guess like they could all make it. Just like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess we all need like a bit more time and
Yeah.
maybe like a good team like to take us. I guess like another opportunity and stuff like that.
Is there
And
any players that are non-Israel, like just generally kind of maybe in tier two that you've played with or against in EU that you think like at some point they'll go tier one because like
let
it's
me
really good?
actually open HLT because I don't have anything in mind. Like
Okay.
there are a lot of good like talents right now. Like if you go and play FPLC or anything like that, like everyone are like shooting insane, but
Sure.
I think like the biggest problem like these players have and is like either their mentality or their work ethic or they don't work
Okay.
hard enough or maybe they're like not smart enough in CS and they just
Yeah.
shoot insane like so they'll go like in FPLC and like be insane and like then they'll play actually CS team like in the official matches and they'll be
Mm-hmm.
garbage so
Okay.
but
Fair enough.
yeah, I don't have anyone like in mind right now. I can try searching. Like if you'd go and see Monte, like they've popped off so hard. Like
Yeah,
they
like
have
Boros and
so
lot.
many skilled players here. Boris is insane. Like
Yeah.
I think actually if you look at these players,
Mm-hmm.
they were like really good aimers, but I guess like they are not like that dumb, you know. Like they are doing like
Sure.
a lot of things that people don't expect, but I think they understand CS, and that's make it like if you see Woro, like everyone thinks he's a cheater or like he was a cheater because his game sense is like. I guess
Insane.
he's just like really smart, you know. I
Yeah.
have no idea, bro. And like these guys, and then like they got some Dayank, so I guess they have like a lot of experience coming to
For
them,
sure.
and so I guess it's like I mean, they're kind of tier two right now, yeah, but they're playing a major after all. But
Yeah.
I
Fair
think
enough.
they like maybe they will be taken to some teams in the future, like and be separated maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Another one I asked. For you, was
Oh
there
wait,
ever?
wait. I actually
Oh,
have one guy. I
go
actually
on.
have one guy that I really like playing with. He's an Estonian guy. His name is Andu.
Okay.
He's like well, the best aimer I've seen. I swear. He's like so good with pre-aiming and crosshair placement. He's really really good.
Okay. There we
He's
go.
doing pretty well. Yeah.
Sick. Okay, nice. Someone else asked, did you ever have kind of an idol like in CS:GO, like growing up? Was there any kind of a legendary player that you looked up to?
Oh.
You know, the
So
Brazilians look up to Fallen, for example. Is there anyone
yeah,
ever for
so
you?
like I think in the game, like I never said like, oh, I want to play like this guy. Like I've
Mm,
never had like someone I copied his play style or anything from, but
for
like
sure.
I've I've really like Forest, like and then IP, like
Yeah,
back
of
in the days,
course.
like he was my favorite like person in the game. Like
Hmm.
he was so like fun to watch and
Hmm.
like the camera would show him and he would do stuff with his eyebrows, like if you remember,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
I really liked watching him like so much.
Fair enough. That's a
So
pretty good one.
Forest,
A legendary player as well. That's a
yeah.
pretty good one.
But right now, like it's Spinks and those guys, like all the
Yeah,
Israeli scene, like I really like wish to be like them, you know,
of course.
just like become on their level.
Yeah, they've kind of made it right in towards tier one, so that's kind of where you look up
Yeah,
to.
yeah, I'd say they made it. Like there are players on tier one right now, or like top tier two, that you'd say like, yeah, I'm not sure if they're gonna stay there, but
Hmm.
when you look at these guys, I have no doubt they're gonna stay there and
Sure.
like even like get to like the most prestigious like tier 1 teams and not like
Yeah.
the top 15 10 ones like they'll be the top 5 teams.
Exactly, exactly. Another was asking you, what's it been like playing with kind of the UK massive endpoint? What's that been like?
It was
Obviously
actually
you
it
stood
was
in.
actually like really enjoyable,
Yeah.
like honestly because I stood in
Mm,
like wanted to like kind of prove myself, I guess, like
for sure.
playing with other players. It was like I really wanted to win, and like I drew one game for them, and I was so sad. Well, you can't even imagine. I was like at my home, bro. Like I don't know. I
Yeah.
was like so sad for a few hours because I drew like few rounds, and it was really fun to play with them and like help them
Mm,
win 2 matches. And I think like all of them also liked me and my communication and stuff. It was
that's good.
yeah,
How
it's
did it
really
come
it's good.
about, that opportunity? Like, how did Endpoint reach out? Like, how did that come from?
Um, I think like first of all I'm Israeli and
Of
they have like
course,
some,
they love it.
yeah, they love it, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I guess Evergod maybe offered me because he like asked me
Sure,
like if
sure.
I could stand in for him because he was sick for a while. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think it might be Evergod, but I'm not really sure of it.
Yeah.
It is probably him.
Partly that, and then partly Endpoint's love for Israeli players. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Fair enough.
it was really a great experience. They're great guys and like it was really enjoyable.
Fair enough. So penultimate question or second to last question. Do you have a specific favorite food or snack?
Food or snack? Oof, that's actually hard. Like, I always struggle with saying like either like pizza or hamburger, but
Yeah.
I think it's not really a snack, but I'd say like pancakes are my love.
Pretty good. It's pretty
Or
good.
just a big stack, you know, like of pancakes.
Yeah, it's a pretty good shout. It's a pretty good shout.
Uh,
Final
and
question. Someone asked, "What are your thoughts on Valorant? Have you ever played it? Have you ever been tempted to make the switch?"
I've actually like at the beginning when it came out, I really enjoyed watching it. Like I was
Mm,
watching it a lot, like popular stream it and professional games and
yeah.
stuff, and like I still watch it from time to time just for fun. Because for some reason I really enjoy watching it, but I hate the fucking game. I can't play it. I think it's awful. Like I think like all the
Sure.
fucking it's too much. I think, but yeah, for some reason I really like watching it. Like it is fun.
Fair enough. So you never be tempted to make the switch?
No, I've
No.
played it a bit. I don't think I'll ever make the switch. Like I was offered like to come and make teams and join like a team. Oh, you could be like tier one in Valorant. Like fuck it, bro. This game sucks.
Yeah.
I,
If you don't
I
like
don't
it,
want
there's
it.
no
I
point.
only like CS. Yeah.
Exactly. If you don't like the game, right, there's no point. So I think that's the smart way
Yeah.
to do it. I mean, mate, that more or less sums up all the questions. I'll kind of open up the floor here if you want to shout out anything. Obviously, all your socials are already kind of below, so they're all good anyway. But if you want to shout out anything, feel free. You're more than welcome to.
I want to shout out like I've actually like after the RMR like the really huge like the amount of support I got was insane. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was so fun. Like just seeing like people comment good stuff and like saying good stuff about me and like a lot of people like kind of like put their eyes on me and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of sad that I honestly didn't get like even one good team offer. Like I thought like I might get something like
Mm-hmm.
after kind of showing like that I can perform like in
For sure.
LANs and stuff and like online I didn't really do bad or something. I have like pretty decent rating, I think. Like it's not the best, yeah, but like it's not
Mm-hmm.
bad. And yeah, I don't know. I really hope I join a team. Like if anything, anyone hears that and can like pick me up, or I'll do my fucking best.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Hopefully
that's
this
it, bro.
helps. Hopefully some
Yeah,
people
I
see
hope
this.
I hope it helps, and yeah, I really like appreciate the support I got from a lot of people like on the internet. It was really nice.
Yeah, we love to see it, man. Well, Meztal, thank you very much for joining me, brother. It's been a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Hopefully,
for having me, man.
next time as we speak, you'll be on a team playing some good Counter Strike.
Yeah.
That's what we want to hear. But thank you for joining me, man.
Maybe we meet in Sheffield, yeah.
Exactly, in mighty Sheffield. It's a beautiful place, mate. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, hey, man, thank you very much for joining us. Everyone at home, as you mentioned, go and check out all his socials and all the good stuff. Of course, if you're new around here, he has just dipped out, but perfect time. If you're new around here, feel free to subscribe, like, and all the good stuff. And until next time.
Action.
Oh, take care.